Welcome. So this isn't this isn't a regular podcast episode. I'm not going to go too long tonight. Sorry for the late start, but this is a premiere / commentary of my new short that I made. It's a new Bytes episode. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm just going to chill with the chat for a bit, let people trickle in, realize that I'm streaming, and then once we got everybody in here, then we'll start the episode. I'll show you guys the short. And it's going to be 20 minutes long, about 20 minutes. And then after it's done, we'll chat for a bit more, and I'll play the episode again, but this time I'll go over the whole thing. And if I want to elaborate on something, I'll pause it, and I'll talk about how I made certain things. So, how's everyone doing? Yes, it's the COPPA one. So the bite is called That COPPA Feel. And it's my form of protest against these stupid knee-jerk guidelines in response to YouTube's fine. So remember, like I said last time, it's not really COPPA that's the big problem here. It's recent expansions to YouTube submission guidelines under the guidance, under the instruction of COPPA, as a result of the fine that they were recently issued by the FTC. I'm good, thanks. I'm doing pretty good. Sorry for the late start. Got a bit distracted. But I don't intend on going on too long tonight. This isn't going to be like a 3-4 hour stream. This is just going to be, I'll chat with you guys for a bit, play the episode. We'll do a commentary on the same episode, and then we'll call it a night. And I'll do a full podcast on a different night. I want to figure out what I got to say. Because believe it or not, I got to do some prep before I do those. Otherwise, it's just a mess where I'm on camera and I'm just like, okay, what are we going to talk about? And it's just painfully awkward. Sound good? Are you guys excited? I hope you're excited. This is juicy, never before seen content. This isn't available anywhere else right now. This is the place to watch the new Bytes of the hit series, the smash hit web series, Arby and the Chief. Starting off a bit slow and stiff and awkward as usual, but what can you do? I'm doing good, guys. Thank you. John, you look very tired. Are you feeling all right? Exhaustion can kill you, Job, but you'd like that, wouldn't you? Goddamn, you fucking dumbass. Get some goddamn sleep, you hot dong. Well, the day after I finished this short, I was ruined. I got up late, but I was still tired. Because I was up really late doing some VFX for this bite. I was up way later than I thought it was going to be. There's a couple visual effects shots in this new Byte episode that you're going to see that I spent a long time on. Very brief, but yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Yeah, I'm okay. What's the concern? Yeah, I need to wake up a little bit, but I'm all right. John only hates YouTube because he wasn't asked to be in the rewind video. I don't give a fuck if I'm not in that fucking cringe. YouTube Rewind sucks. At least they had the balls to mention PewDiePie this time around. Because they totally neglected him from the last one. YouTube Rewind. Oh no, I'm not in the new cringy YouTube Rewind video. We care. Job, get some heroin. You need sleep. I'm okay. Quit bullying me, you guys. This is a safe space. Let's do a few super chats before we start the episode. Well, I'll start the episode pretty soon here because I think we're getting about as much people as we're gonna. Kiro says, I remember everything, Job. Not everything. Everything? Even that one thing? Shit. How dare you skip my super chat from last stream? Oh no. I don't think I did either. I think if I did miss one, I think I addressed it in the chat before I went offline. If I did, I'm sorry, but I think you're trolling me. Thanks, Kiro. Bailey Masters says, yes, start that shit. I will soon. Stephen Beast says, Job, where is Act 5? Oh, is that a Deus Ex Machina thing? Jesus Christ. Leave it alone. The show's dead and gone. It's not coming back. The new Rewind wasn't even cringy. It was just extremely boring. That's fair. I think when I'm thinking cringe, I'm thinking more of like the last one with Will Smith. Well, not that was, I mean like the one before. This last one, I guess it was okay. But it's just like I'm watching all the most watched shit and I'm just like, I haven't heard of any of this stuff. There's some really talented people there who are, you know, getting all the likes and the views, but like it's cool when they have like a skill where it's just like, wow, that's really impressive. Like whatever it is, you know, gymnastics or like I don't know if you're really good at gaming or if you're like if there's something there's some exceptional quality, that's cool. But when the YouTuber is just like in his car trying yogurt, there's like that was one of the clips. There's just like a dude in his car reviewing yogurt or some like sundae that he bought. Like, who fucking gives a shit about that? You know, how is that exceptional? Whatever. Fuck. Thanks, Steven. Steven Beast. With 2 E's. Tobias Edvardson says, no worry, John. Machine learning will save YouTube. Oh, yeah. Machine learning. The genius that is machine learning. After 1 million wrong answers, it finally gets the right answer. Wow. Machine learning, everyone. Thank you, Tobias. Connor11177, says, keep up the good work, Job. We love you. Hey, you're welcome, man. Thank you. I hope you guys like this new video. Thanks, Connor. Christian Davis says, hey, John, I want that Outrun album on my desk by Monday. Don't make me get the belt. Bad news. I haven't made much progress on that. I'm sorry. I've been busy with other shit. Including episode 15. But the script's very close to being finalized, but I'm being a bit slow with that just because, as well as some other things, I've been working on writing the Christmas special for December. So I'm gonna put out a bite later this month as well for Christmas. But then I was also writing this COPPA thing, which took a while. And that kind of bugs me, where like people are I got some comments recently saying like, "Where's episode 15, man?" And it's just like, dude, like, not only do those take a while, you realize the bites that I'm making in between, they take a while as well, right? I mean, those don't just fucking materialize out of nowhere. Like, I've got to put a lot of work into those, especially this one because I have some VFX that I did. But you'll see. Anyway, the Outrun album is still something that I think is really cool and I want to finish. So eventually, yeah, I'll let you guys know if I make progress on it. Thanks, Christian. Nick Netherverse says Halo 5 owns Halo Reach. Change my mind. I got Steven Crowder in here, everybody. Halo 5 is better than Halo Reach. I don't know about that. I think Halo Reach is better. Thanks, Nick. Kiro says, I haven't played the PC one yet, by the way. Kiro says, hi, John. I asked if you were cool with sharing my awesome COD drawing I sent you a while back, but you ended up cutting the stream. Oh, yeah. Maybe on my next, when I do a podcast next. This isn't really a podcast. This is just like for premiering the new short and doing a commentary. But I'll I need to fucking chill out. Yeah, I'll look for it and I'll bring it up on my podcast if I remember. Thanks, Did. Thanks, Kiro. Carson Hart says, take my money, you balding cuck. Loved the new episode. I'm glad you loved the episode. Thanks, man. How come I'm balding if I just shave my head? I get it. I do have some hair loss. But it's not just because I'm shaving my head. Like, you think I didn't cut it this way? You think my hair just fucking fell off and looked like this one morning? See Me After Chemo podcast, as people like to call this show. What's another one? Semen After Class. That's a good one. What else we got here? Thanks, Carson. Power Gaming U says, watch Greg and the Chief flex. Greg and the Chief. That's not the name of the show. Thanks, man. Close wide shot. Gotta love those close wide shots. Says, thanks for all the streams lately. They're pretty fun, and I appreciate you taking the time to do them. Hey, no worries, dude. I'm glad you enjoy it. We'll start this episode pretty quick here. As soon as I get through these, because the viewership's still climbing here. We're at like 180 now. Oh, Jesus. Bailey Masters says, Toyota Mitsubishi going to make a return in this lull? No. This is just about COPPA. So I wasn't really paying attention to like, last time on Arby and the Chief Bytes, where did we leave off? Master Chief is in a Japanese ancient prison. I didn't bother, like, how do we go from there and bring it back? Like, I just wanted to deal with COPPA. I might touch on that in another bite or something. Chief in ancient Japan. Thanks, Bailey. Tyrant X says, it's Chief dissing people who deserve to be dissed. How are we not going to like it? I don't know. It's a good question. I'm certainly not happy about these new guidelines. Or, I mean, it just, I think there's a lot of hysteria around it. It's just, I hate the way that all the guidelines are worded in the documentation, in the legislation, in the, on YouTube or the FTC's website or whatever. Just what constitutes kids content is so widely applicable to. I mean, where do you draw the line on childhood, especially in this day and age, where you have all this huge market of adults who are ingesting kids content, and so how do you separate kids content from adult content? Really, I mean, really, somebody draw the line. YouTube's not going to do it, or the FTC clearly, even though they want to fine people ridiculous amounts of money, supposedly. But there's this $42,000 figure that's floating around, and I don't know where that's coming from, because apparently it's like you can be fined anywhere up to $42,000 per video, but I don't know what the source is on that. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Christian Davis says, who is physically stronger, Arby or Chief? Arby is. In my mind, I think Arbiter is because he has more body mass and his arms are bigger. But Chief thinks that he is. So, there you go. Thanks, Christian. What else we got here? So you can tell I'm nervous because I do the weird fucking things with my face and my mouth where like I keep sucking in air and like making my lips like this, like, and I'm always trying to catch myself doing it. It's like, no, stop it. I need someone with a newspaper to like whack me every time I do that. Or like a spray bottle, shoot at my face. Like when a cat does something, tearing up the carpet. No, you fucker. Stop doing that. This isn't funny. This is fucking cringe. God, what a terrible stream so far. Where are we? I missed, there's a chat here that's getting cut off at the bottom because I have the text zoomed in because my eyesight is fucking going because I'm an old man. Kuvoski says, is hentai art? Depends if it's furry or not. If it's furry hentai, it's not art. I think art is anything that moves somebody. And that can be a lot of different things. Whatever moves someone emotionally, I think that can be considered art. Because I don't think you can really draw the line based on any other aspect of something, 197 viewers. Oh boy, I don't know if we should start yet. It's still climbing. It's still climbing. What is this yup thing in the chat now? Is this an epic new meme? Is this totally Eben? An Eben meme? I feel left out of the loop, you guys. I want to know what the meme means. What are you guys talking about? What's the joke? Can I be a part of this epic meme? Whatever. Bailey says, trying to delay the episode at this point, lol. What, me? The viewers are still coming in. And I'm finished the chats now, but since the viewership keeps climbing, I'm tempted to just wait a bit longer before we start, because I want as many people to see this as possible. God, I have to scroll through all this horse shit now. People going, yup. Nick Netherverse says, yup. Cool, man. Epic. So random. XD. XDDD. Lord Xanthar the Allen says, is Polly's Frost still going to be a thing? It's incorrect grammar there, but I would still like it to be, but the draft that I wrote sucks. And I got to rewrite the whole thing. And I want to make a video game. I don't know if it's going to be Polyfrost or whatever, but I want to make a story-driven video game. Maybe an RPG or something. Like a parody RPG with a funny story and dialogue. But then I also want to make it like some kind of shooting sci-fi side-scroller kind of thing. I don't know. I've got enough to think about right now without fucking piling game dev on top of that, because that's a whole can of worms. You gotta... I hate game dev. It sucks. There's a lot to think about. Can we cut it with the yup crap? That was funny for about exactly 1 second. It's a lot for me to scroll through now. You're making my index finger work really hard scrolling the mouse wheel down. Do you know how much intense labor that is? Christian Davis says, "Oh my God, John, look behind you. It's a black man." Ugh. Oh, what a relief. I thought there might have been actually a black man behind me. A black man. That's racist. I can't have a reaction like that. I shouldn't be scared of a black man behind me. Bailey Masters says, "No, Lamau, me and my pointless supers." Oh yeah, how dare you? Stop sending me super chats, you guys. They're so terrible. Please stop this terrible... Stop oppressing me with your super chats, you guys. I'm trying to have a premiere over here. You guys are getting in the way. Stop oppressing me with all this cash. Quit it. Wrecker says, "Hi, John. While you're sipping your drink, you man." You probably meant to put a heart in there. And also, where was COPPA when 11-year-old me watched Chief Cyber on MSN? Good question. Is that content for kids? The language and subject matter say no, but the fact that Chief is a toy and the fact that it's a comedy and it's meant to be immature, those suggest that maybe it is. But no, I am not saying my show is for kids, because it's not intended for kids. But kids are going to watch it. They're going to want to watch it. Just like they're going to want to watch so many other fucking things, because you can't draw a line on where children become disinterested with something. They're interested in just about everything, with a few exceptions, but mostly everything. And so now everybody's worried about getting fined for posting anything, because so many things can be interpreted as content for kids. They just need to get a bit more specific on what is kids content exactly. That's all. Just a little specificity that could fix this whole thing. But no. These people insist on being vague. What are you going to do? The fuck you going to do, eh? Hey, yo, bada bing, bada boom. What else we got? Thanks a lot, you guys. Jack Turner says, "Job, would you take 10 BBCs in your mouth for $20? You mean British Broadcasting Company, right? Of course that's what you mean by BBC. Would I take 10 juicy, big British broadcasting companies in my mouth for $20? I would have to say no. I don't know why you went for such a small fee. I mean, come on. Who's going to do that for $20? Unless you're really fucking desperate. that you're going to squeeze for only $20. You're going to squeeze 10 big, fat, juicy British broadcasting companies in your mouth. I'm not quite there yet. One of these days, maybe. Well, after I get fined $42,000, then maybe. We'll see. Thanks, man. Bailey Masters says, Childerbeast? The fuck is that? Thanks, man. Nova Devil says, I'm waiting for you to play Destiny 2. Destiny 2. I haven't even played Destiny 1. I mean, I've seen it being played. I get it. It looked okay. It just looked a little too fetch questy for me. And the person I was watching playing Destiny 1, I saw him like treading over the same areas over and over again. Doing essentially the same bare bones fetch quest. And I was just like, this looks like I would enjoy it for like 10 minutes and then, or longer than that, to be fair. But I think I would get, I don't think I'd be tempted to finish it. You know? Destiny 2, I don't know if they made, you know, if it's been substantially improved since then, but I don't know, man. It looks kind of cool. I would like to at least try it. Thanks, Nova. Christian Davis says, here's my lunch money. Please stop banging my mom. No. Can't get enough of that pussy, dude. I love sucking on your mom's tits. I'm going to use your lunch money to buy lunch and then eat it while I'm banging your mom. And then videotape myself. And then send it to you. Send you the video. Thanks, Christian. I'll be like, Christian Bale in American Psycho. Banging your mom like this, holding her ankles up on my shoulders. I'm like naked from the waist up, flexing in the mirror. Thanks, Christian. Oh, boy. Tyrant X says, have you seen the movie Good Boys? Literally has kids look up pornography, so by the laws of the FTC is porn for kids. Yeah, well, you know, there's a bunch of pre-existing content that begs the question, you know, like, for instance, Transformers that was rebooted by Michael Bay, right? He took a kids franchise based off of cartoons and toys, and he made it this live-action kind of like not R-rated, but like borderline R-rated, where like there's sexual innuendo and like utter, like not swearing, but like that kind of humor where the swearing is implied and they'll like cut away early, where like a robot's about to say fuck, but then the joke is that the scene cuts before he gets to finish the word, and that's somehow a joke in Michael Bay's fucking head, you know. And it's like, you know, where's the line drawn here? You took a kid's toy franchise and you made it for like a way more mature audience. And is that content for kids because it's Transformers? Who knows? So they're trying to draw a line somewhere where you can't really draw one, because it's too muddy. It's like wading into a fucking swamp with a stick with like deep water, and then just stabbing the stick into the ground and drawing a line in the bedrock and all the way down the middle of the lake, the muddy ass lake that you can't see the bottom of, and it's like, there's the line. And it's like, where? I don't see it because it's too muddy. There's my metaphor. I hope you liked my metaphor. You see what I mean? You're trying to draw a line where you can't really draw one. Not one that can be seen anyway. The super chats just keep coming. Holy shit. JLC, thanks, man. No text attached to that one. Brendan Little says, any chance of Arby and the Chief, Hypermail, or even Hypernews returning? Those were great and would even be more fun with them ripping on live services. I think with Hypernews, a lot of time was wasted, like having the toys read out the emails. And I don't know if it was really worth it comedically. I mean, if people enjoyed it, but like if I'm going to do something like Hypernews, I want to change the format. I don't think I want to do the email thing anymore. Hypernews was a dumb title anyway. Why is it even called Hypernews? It doesn't make sense. But funnily enough, if this COPPA short that I'm going to show you references Hypernews, so it's like about Chief making a show. So it involves like recreating, or not recreating, but creating a set for a show, much like what was done for Hypernews. That's what Chief does in the episode. Thanks, man. James R. says, John, why do you think they have your pinky rest on the semicolon on the home keys of the QWERTY keyboard? Why wouldn't they put a more useful key there? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, apparently I don't think it was random, the placement of the keys. Like the QWERTY layout on your standard keyboard, I think is all the keys are arranged in a way that makes some kind of sense in terms of like word and letter usage and ergonomics, and what keys feel comfortable to reach to based on how often those letters are used in common, internet discourse or whatever. I think there's a reason it's arranged the way it is. I don't know why they would put a semicolon under the pinky, though. That's interesting. Don't know. It's a question for the ages. Thanks, dude. Seamlink says, watch MP Edits videos about D2. You will heart them. MP Edits? Oh, Destiny 2. Okay. Okay, MP Edits, Destiny 2. I'll try to remember that. What else we got here? Fucking hell. Alex Vale. I really appreciate all the support, guys. This is awesome. Thank you. But we got to start this episode sometime. I got juicy content for you guys that we're about to premiere. I hope you're all very excited for my movie film. Alex Val says you're only replying to people sending monies, Mr. Erectile Dysfunction. Well, yeah, I got to prioritize those. Otherwise, we'll never fucking get through this. No shit. That's the point, right? I mean, if I was done with the super chats, I'd read the regular chat. Thanks, Alex. Brenton015 says, John, how is your igloo and oil-powered television? It's cold, but what are you going to do? The huskies won't stop barking. There's always a blizzard outside. Can't see shit. But, I got my little gas-powered lamp. And I clubbed a few baby seals to death today, so I've got dinner sorted out at least. It's not so much that baby seals are delicious. I just like killing a little innocent life, and watch its brains squeeze out of its... I'm not going to finish that sentence. It's too horrible. I'm just joking. Obviously. I'm I'm a horrible person. Thanks, Did. Christian Davis says, what do you think of Greta Thunberg? I'll get to that on my next podcast. That's the whole thing. I got my opinions on that. But I don't want to get into that on this stream. We'll do that next time. But yeah, that Greta, climate change, the whole deal. We'll address that later. Thanks, Christian. Jeremiah says, do a Lord Xanthar impression. Love your episodes, man. I'm gonna make love to your butts. Hey guys, I'm Lord Xanthar. Just imagine my chin flipped upside down. I'm gonna rape your butt. I'm gonna rape your butt with my gross alien dick. Thanks, Jeremiah. There you go. Derelict Country says, have you ever watched Drawn Together? Yeah, that's cool. I like, not much of it. Episodes here and there. But, yeah, that was cool. It's like that late night television kind of. Like, Venture Brothers or, like, Undergrads or something like that. Duckman. Those are all great. Thanks, Derelict. Close Wide Shot says, if I give you $5, will you read this comment? I don't know. Let me think about that. I'll get back to you. Thanks, Close Wide Shot. Holy shit. Come on, guys. I gotta show my episode soon. So much to get. So much chats. So many chats. Look at all these chats. I ain't seen so many fucking super chats. Oh, Jesus. Bailey Masters says, come do some Molly with me on Christmas, Jono. I don't even know what Molly is. I've heard it referenced multiple times, though. I listened to Ari Shafir talk about doing Molly on Rogan. He slipped it in Bert Kreischer's drink in front of his kids. That was pretty funny story. I don't know what it is, though. Is like ecstasy or coke or some kind of mix, like acid? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Thanks, dude. Valium 1488 says, hey, John, me and my fiance were thinking of a good holiday spot in Canada. Any recommendations? Keep it up as always. I'm not really the person to ask. I mean, if you're talking about Canada-wide, I mean, I think definitely within BC, maybe somewhere in French Canada, Montreal or something. I hear Montreal is cool. Toronto, I think, is overrated. But what do I know? I haven't really experienced Toronto, so I got a hunch that it's overrated, though. I would recommend, I mean, I'm biased, obviously, having spent most of my life in BC, but anyone will tell you, like, BC is, like, I think for tourism, I think it's definitely the most popular out of all of Canada for tourism. And Vancouver's a really nice city if you don't mind, like, the rain. Like, it can be rainy and chilly. Oh no, it's snowing all the time because that's all it does. That's all that happens in Canada is a terrible blizzard that nobody can see through, and everybody's riding on the backs of polar bears. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere in BC. Maybe just check out Vancouver. It's pretty cool. But, you know, you can experience Vancouver in like a few days to like a week. And then, you know, once you do everything, there's not really much else. I don't know. Thanks, Valium. I don't know. That was a shit answer. Sorry. I don't know. I wish I knew more about Canada and BC in general to give you a better answer. Dead Ninja says, if YouTube keeps going the way it is, might as well move to Pornhub. Yeah, well, I'm already prepared to move over to BitChute if something happens. And I haven't ruled out the possibility of something happening. And if it does, I'm prepared to go to BitChute. That'll be the next thing. You have Streamlabs donations too. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to leave this too late. I'm already starting to stream late enough already. I gotta show you guys the short at some point. JLC says, I forgot to put a message on my last super chat because I'm retarded. So here's another $5, you fucking bitch. Do you still have that Sonic blanket? Yes. And I sleep under it every night. That's not a joke. I do. Because my quilt, my regular green quilt is just, usually too heavy. I like just having a light cover. And so I sleep under my Sonic blankie. It's so lame. Whatever. I don't care. Laugh. Go ahead. Thanks, dude. Chernobyl Pone says, is Chief still a brony? I think so. Yeah, I don't think his mind would have changed since the bite about it, horsing around. But I haven't had Chief mention it since then. I think he is. Tobias Edvardson says, what's your opinion of Paul Joseph Watson? My initial impression of that dude was just like he'll say anything that InfoWars tells him to say. But I don't think he works for InfoWars anymore, does he? He's like independent now. He just makes stuff for his own channel. And I quite like the guy. I don't mind him. Like I don't think that of him anymore. Like him just being a voice box for InfoWars. 'Cause I just got kind of the impression that, like, I'm not shitting on Alex Jones so much. It's just that, is this guy really thinking for himself? But then I think he is, and he said some stuff in recent months where I'm just like, yeah, I'm on board with that. I agree, like, or whatever he's criticizing. It's like, yeah, that's dumb. Like, they shouldn't be doing that. And he's calling out YouTube and Google and big tech and whatever, the U.S. government and whatever else for things that they shouldn't be doing. And yeah, I think he's cool. What else we got here? Okay, you know what? There's so many chats, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. I mean, it's really fucking cool. I'm stoked. But I really want to just like get on with this show, showing you guys the episode. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the premiere of the Bytes episode, and then when that's finished, I'll come back and I'll address the rest of the chats, okay? So before we start here, it's about 20 minutes long. It's a new Byte. It's the Arby and the Chief series of shorts. So the last one was Master Switch. This is number 27, that COPPA feel. 20 minutes long, and I'll show you guys, and then we'll come back out. We'll do a commentary, and then I'll finish off the rest of the super chats. All right. So thanks a lot, you guys. I appreciate it. Here we go. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. You guys ready? I hope you're ready, because I'm doing this now. Because I think we've kind of peaked on viewership now. So I'm going to switch to the monitor. And I'm going to turn on desktop audio, and I'm going to mute. Oh, wait, shit. Are you going to be able to hear it if... Kind of makes me go, Okay, I'm going to play the first 10 seconds of this. I'm just going to do a quick audio test. Maybe not even. My speakers are muted, but I want to see... Okay, good. Okay. So Streamlabs is picking up the audio, even though my desktop is muted, which is good because then we're not going to get echo or anything. So, okay. Here's the episode, okay? Here it is. You better like it or else. Or I'm going to be very sad. Okay, I'm turning my microphone off now. I'm shutting up now. If there's any problems with the broadcast, let me know in the chat. I'll see it, and then I'll fix it, and then I'll rewind and start from the beginning, okay? So let me know quickly if there's something wrong. No, I think it'll be fine. I think I worked it out. Okay, here we go.
Thug.
There's no things left. So save your breaths. Lying in wait. Caught inside this tidy's wave. Your cup is blown. Nowhere to go. Only your fate. Only the Master Chief survives. Everyone else is fucking lame. So fucking lame. I fucking rock.
Sell out the tickets already.
What? Who?
You and the rest of Breaking Benjamin.
I'm a way better singer than those guys.
What's this?
Why don't you mind your own busyness?
You don't want to tell me?
It's... You know... Like a set.
Set it up. For what?
For a fucking show, you retard.
Yeah, I gathered that much. No need to be nasty.
You're here, aren't you?
What's the show?
The gun show. If you doesn't shut your cup hole. Flex.
Like Hypernews?
Hypernews was fucking gay.
I thought it was alright.
You would.
We had a good run, didn't we? What was so gay about it?
All the different video for starts.
So your new show's not about video games?
It is. But only one single video game's arbiter. Lol, but... Can you guess which one single games?
Minecraft, right?
I wouldn't expect you to guess right, arbiter. It's only the best games ever made. You only played stupid crap for babbies.
I've played Halo plenty.
Surprised face. How'd you know I was talking about Halo?
What's your show called?
The greatest goat of all time.
What is it? Just you talking about how great Halo is?
What the fuck else am I gonna talk about?
Great.
How great your
Sounds
mom's
like you
tits
can
are.
get a lot of episodes out of that idea. How many do you think?
Infinity.
10,000? Yeah, at least. I read this
This
thing
is gonna
today.
be dope. The greatest goat of all time is gonna been the greatest show of all dope. I'm gonna been in it for a starts. I mean that already makes it goat of all dope. Plus Halo. That's greatest goat of all goats ever tier. Everybody's in the world is gonna love it.
Kids.
I said everybody's. I found this fabrics and construction papers. The set's kinda has all these crazy colors. All the colors. And I'm gonna make the thumbnail super saturated and shit. So everybody's has no choice but to click on it. They won't been able to resist.
You plan on swearing? In the show?
Obliviously. That's the whole point of having a show. I'm gonna say fuck and shit like all of the times. It's kinda been so badass. Extremely mature.
Him.
What? Watch that. Watch him. Arbiter, why you him? Him?
There's something you should probably take a look at.
Your mom's clan?
Besides that,
Is this shit even wrote in a fucking English? I can barely read this shit.
you can
What the
barely
fuck
read
am I
anything.
reading?
COPPA.
What? What's that? You mean like COPPA?
I mean like the Child Online Privacy Protection Act.
Who gives a shit about kids? Those things are stupid.
You're stupid.
I'm not a kid.
That's debatable.
How's about you debate my foot-long cock? Jesus Christ, my brain's hurt.
What brains?
Reading's fucking gay. Am I supposed to read all this shit?
If you want to go forward with your show, you should.
Why no? Who even wrote this? Some fucking loser.
The Federal Trade Commission. FTC.
What does they trade? Like Pokemons?
They oversee trade of all things. They're an independent agency within the United States government.
We're in Canada, you stupid
I
idiot.
know that. I'm always the one reminding you.
So who gives a fuck about this?
Doesn't matter that we're in Canada. They may be a US agency, but if you're submitting content to YouTube, the rules still apply to
Doesn't
you.
they have better things to do than wrote this crap?
They protect consumers. That's their
From
job.
what?
Coercive monopolies for one.
What the fuck's that? You mean the board game, right?
That's when companies that should be in competition with each other decide to work together.
To does what?
Maximize profits. YouTube did that by mining the data of underage users when they shouldn't have. They did so in violation of COPPA. And so the FTC just fined them for $170 million.
Holy shit. How many copies of Halo Infinity is that even? That's like infinity copies. Oh my god. It's Infinityception. Mind blown.
COPPA is not new. It was put in place back in '98 and meant to be revised every 10 years, based on advances in media technology. In light of the violations, they're revising it again early this time. And now every YouTube video needs to be marked as whether or not it's for kids.
So I'll just say no. There. The problem is solved.
It's not that simple. You could do that. But if I'm understanding the situation correctly, YouTube or the FTC can decide on their own whether or not your videos are for kids. And if you've marked them as otherwise, that's how you get fined. This is why YouTubers are freaking out.
How much?
The number floating around the web is 42,000. But I haven't found a source for it.
42,000 Microsoft points? Who the fuck's got that kind of monies?
Dollars. And that's anywhere up to 42,000. You're not necessarily gonna get fined that amount.
So how much then if I does?
Dunno.
What the fuck? Why not?
How should I know? It's not up to me, it's up to them. However much they want.
Why would they think my videos is for kids?
You're in it for one.
Of course I'm gonna fucking bin it, it's my fucking show. So what?
So you're a toy.
And
Toys are commonly associated with kids.
adults played with toys too. Look at John. He's a fucking man dabby. And he's like 70.
He's 31.
Sad.
I know what you mean. But you're proving my point. John owns toys. Therefore you infantilized him to make sense of the
So
fact.
what you're saying is that I should make my show for kids?
Is your show for kids?
It's for everybody's.
Are you gonna swear?
Obliviously. I already said.
So it's not for kids?
Oh come on. Kids are fucking pussies. Well what the fuck am I supposed to does?
That's a good question.
So tell me the fucking answer, faggot.
I don't have one.
Some fucking friend you are.
I'm so sorry, I don't have all the answers all the time.
You're supposed to be the smarty one, right? Or so you claim. Let me get this not gay. You're telling me if I make any videos with me in them we're gonna got fined?
It's got nothing to do with me.
We're a team.
Yeah, as soon as we're talking about fines. Otherwise it's just you, right?
Okay. Well, what if I made the show for kids?
You could. But you wouldn't make money. Not nearly as much anyway.
What? Why the fuck not?
Because under the new rules you can't run ads on kids' content. That's the whole fucking point of this. Are you even listening?
Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck, man? Why does everything suck so much fucking dick?
You can still make a show that makes money. If money's all you care about.
No shit, Captain Oblivious. What the fuck else would I cared about?
You just can't be in it.
Any show without me's kinda suck.
You can't be recognized as a toy at least. Your show can't be for kids. Or attractive to kids. Or considered by anyone as attractive to kids.
What's attractive to kids? I mean besides pedestrians. This show's kinda suck a big fat fucking dick, isn't it?
Well, probably.
Hello. Welcome. And come well. To the adult show. The show for adults only and not kids. Ever. I'm definitely not a toy. Or a kid. I'm an adult grown up. As you can tell by my face hairs that only a fully grown up adults like me
Why
has.
would your helmet grow a
Shut the
mustache?
fuck up. Should I mean? Just shut up.
No, you should swear.
Huh?
The idea here is to make a show that's not for kids, right? So maybe you should be swearing a lot.
Oh yeah. Shut the fuck up, Arbiter. Bitch. Fucking cunt fag. Shit. I'm your fucking host, Master Chief. And I'm gonna say lots of words just for adults like me. Like fucking shit. And boner. This is extremely mature content. Do not watch, unless you are mature like me. Or you'll die to death.
Hello, Chief.
Hello, Arbiter.
What are you up to?
Absolutely nothing.
Are you having fun?
No. Holy God, no. Fuck that. Anything but that shit. We doesn't use that word around here. Fun is only for kids only, and this show's not for those things. It's for adults like me only. Because all adults hate fun.
What a fucking relief. I also hate fun.
It's pretty much the worst thing ever. It's more worse than super cancer. Jesus fucking Christ.
What is it?
I can't does this.
What?
This. Touch it all. These fucking gay ass rules. It's fucking impossibly. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Are they fucking just JKing with this shit?
Gotta agree it's pretty silly.
Who the fuck's gonna watch this shit if it's not fun? This blows. Funk.
Look, let's just finish shooting this. I think it works as satire.
What the fuck is satire?
Any hits?
No.
Refresh.
No shit. I just fucking did.
Well, do it again.
Oh shit. One guy watched my show. We made it, Arbiter. We're famous.
At last we can retire.
Now I can finally has all the bitches.
Shame we don't have champagne. Wonder if that one person liked it.
What the fuck is that?
John's phone. It's ringing.
Who is it?
Dono. Unknown number.
Should I answer it?
No.
Hello?
Unbelievable. What did I say?
Shut the fuck up.
Excuse me?
Not you. Who bees?
Am I speaking with Mr. Chief?
It's Master Chief, buddy.
Sorry, Mr. Master Chief. My name is Frank Chairman, head of the FTC, Federal Trade Commission. I just found your show, and if I may be frank, We're shocked to find that it's not COPPA compliant. We sincerely regret to inform you that we're gonna fine you $42,000. I assure you my heart's fucking breaking over here.
Well, what?
Give me the phone.
Hey,
Sorry. Hi. Frank,
That's right. Who am I speaking with?
a friend of Mr. Master Chief. You said you're with the FTC.
I'm the boss. I'm the fucking boss. That means everyone around here's gotta do what I say.
Yeah, I figure. Perks of being the boss. What's this about the fine?
Well, you see, your friend Mr. Master Chief is being fined by us, the FTC, for $42,000 for violations of the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. He's clearly a toy, and toys are for kids.
I thought it was up to $42,000.
That's correct.
So up to means always.
Why not? More money for us.
That's a great point, Frank.
I know. Money's just so great, you know? You can buy a lot of cool stuff with it, like hard drugs.
So I've heard.
You tell your fucking friend Mr. Master Chief to send payment right away or he's going to jail forever. And, of course, to, have a nice day.
You too, Frank.
we good?
Not exactly.
Where the fuck are we gonna get $42,000?
Oh yes, it's we again now, is it?
Let's rob a guy.
You first.
What about John? He's a YouTuber. Has he been fined $42,000 yet?
Not sure.
Think he's worried.
Hey kids, don't go anywhere. The See Me After Class podcast will be back after these paid targeted advertisements.
What is up, YouTube? You're watching a very special episode of Professional Reviews. I'm your host, Chip Gaiman. This show is my life, guys. Video games are my life. They're also attracted to kids. Because of that, under YouTube's new rules, I've been fined for $42,000 for every video I've ever uploaded. I've made a lot of videos throughout my prosperous career, and now my career and life are over. Thanks for watching. This is Chip Gaiman, signing out.
What is up, YouTube? You're watching You Butterball Leave It. I'm your host, Josh Butterballs. Contrary to rumor, I am not Chip Gaiman. We don't even sound the same, but there's one thing we do have in common. I've just been fined by the FTC for every penny I have. You'll have to find your severely outdated information somewhere else. Mr. Chairman, a few questions. Do you think the implementation of YouTube's new content guidelines has been successful?
Without a fucking hitch, if I may be frank.
Have you heard about the recent mass suicides among YouTubers?
I don't watch the news. All I know is every decision I make is the right one. Besides, you gonna tell me having a few less YouTubers in the world is a bad thing? Come on. Frankly, you're not gonna convince me. Let me ask you something. All yous, and all your viewers, and really think hard about this. Is there anything you wouldn't do to protect your fucking kids? I sincerely regret to inform you that we're gonna fine you $42,000. My heart's fucking breaking over here.
Can you guys hear me? So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun writing that. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope you guys didn't think I went too far with the suicide thing. I thought it was fucking hilarious, but because the idea was to make it really fucking grim, right? I wanted to actually look realistic. And with the hope of like faking out people who think like, oh, is the podcast back? Like, is that the end of it? Like, oh shit, he just killed himself. So there you go. So, oh, that's not a good place for that. Hang on. For fuck's sake. Didn't go far enough. Oh, you guys are hardcore. I know, I keep killing myself in my show. How much is enough? It's never enough. I should kill myself every episode. 10 out of 10 show. Top 10 saddest anime deaths. One of the top 10 anyway. No, all 10 of them in fact. The orange tip was a giveaway, yeah. I wanted to kind of like, it was grim enough without like painting the tip of the gun, like, and there's also a meta thing of like the whole thing's about toys and whether toys make content automatically for kids, and the fact that it's a toy gun but it's being used in juxtaposition with such a grim scene. So I thought we'd go through the episode again. If you guys don't want to, that's fine. Oh, what's this? This is metadata. Shit, hang on. I thought we'd go through the episode again. And I'd just tune in with you guys this time. I can't watch it with the volume on, because then you'll get echo in the microphone. But hang on. Switch to activity mode here. I know there's some new super chats. I really appreciate it, but let's just go through the episode. I mean, you guys are cool with this, okay, right? You guys are fucking with me. Stream key leaked? Yeah, fuck off. No. Docs. There's nothing on there. That was just metadata. All right, here we go. If this is boring or lame, we can stop if you guys want, but so my intent isn't to glorify smoking here, but it's just I'm toying with the idea of what's for adults and what's for kids, right? And so there's an immediate juxtaposition in a toy smoking a cigarette, right? Like, what are you supposed to make of that? And that's supposed to highlight the difficulty of drawing a line between adult and children's content, which is kind of the whole theme here, right? I can either pause it like this, or I can just turn the volume down. If I talk while the video's still playing and the audio's too loud, I'll turn it down a bit. You let me know if it's too little or too much. You can see the Barbie still got the cocaine, not actual cocaine, but baking soda from the Jams Bonk Part 3. A misspelled word from Arbiter. Did I make a typo? I must have missed it. I thought I caught everything. I guess not. A lot of exposition here, but I think the build up is worth it because I'm proud of all the Frank Chairman stuff and the suicides. I thought that was pretty cool. There's no audio for the video? Oh, sorry. Shit.
Set it up. For what?
That's okay. We didn't really miss
For
it.
a fucking show, you retard.
Yeah, I gathered that much. No need to be nasty.
You're here, aren't you?
My bad.
What's the show?
The gun show if you doesn't shut your cop hole. Flex.
Like Hypernews?
Hypernews was fucking gay.
I thought it was alright.
You would.
We had a good run, didn't we? What was so gay about it?
All the different video for starts.
So,
And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I know like it's not okay to say gay in the grade school sense anymore, but Chief has always spoken like that, and so if I change it now, I feel like I'm ceding territory that I shouldn't be because it's obviously a joke. And if I start censoring myself, like, I don't want to start doing that, you know?
Surprised face. How'd you know I was talking about Halo?
what's your show called?
The greatest goat of all time.
What is it? Just you talking about how great Halo is?
What
That
the
it?
fuck else am I gonna talk about?
Great.
How great your
Sounds
mom's
like you
tits are.
can get a lot of episodes out of that idea. How many do you think?
Infinity.
10,000? Yeah, at least. I read this
This
thing
is gonna be
today.
dope. The greatest goat of all time is kind of been the
Arbiter's typo happens you misspelled typo. Happens during the scene where Chief is reading the COPPA documents. Okay, I'll have a look at that.
everybody's in the world is kinda love it.
Kids.
I said everybody's. I found
Greatest goat, Lamau. It's greatest goat of all goat. That's pretty goat, you have to admit. Hey, John, one of Arbiter's lines was in green instead of purple just before the cut to the black and white segment. What? No. I don't know if you're right about that. We'll see.
and shit like all of the times. It's kinda been so badass. Extremely mature.
Him.
What if Arbiter says what's wrong with being gay? Well, I can't have him say that every time. It just gets old.
Him.
It's like, yeah, we get it. It's a joke. Do you have to keep fucking hammering it in? But maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know what YouTube deems okay or not anymore.
Is this shit even wrote in a fucking English? I can barely read this shit.
You can
What the
barely
fuck
read
am I
anything.
reading?
COPPA.
What? What's that?
When do you usually start streaming? Just want to know for the next time so I don't miss the start. I don't have a schedule, admittedly. I know it sucks, but I fucking hate having to adhere to a stream instead of just streaming whenever I feel like doing it. Because otherwise, you know, I'm usually not in the mood for it. And then the podcast will just be terrible. It's already terrible, but you know what I mean. Slightly less terrible.
The Federal Trade Commission. FTC.
But if you missed the live thing, like I put mostly everything, you know, publicly afterwards anyway, so you can watch it whenever you want.
I'm always the one reminding you.
So who gives a fuck about this?
Doesn't matter that we're in Canada. They may be a US agency, but if you're submitting content to YouTube, the rules still apply to
Doesn't
you.
they have better things to does than wrote this crap?
They protect consumers. That's their job.
I let people know over Twitter like an hour or so before.
When companies that should be in
So I got these cool LED signs on the left side here. I was going to use those for the podcast, but they worked so well in my room that I just want to keep them there. Oh, that's another thing. I feel like the background is now distracting enough that if I were to put the LED signs behind me, it would just like... It would be too... The background... the background would be too eye-grabbing, you know? Oh, and someone said... So I poured the money into getting these posters, right, for decorating the podcast, thinking people would dig it. I think it looks pretty cool. But someone will always find a way to describe what I'm doing in the least charitable way possible. Some guy was like, your background is eye rape. That's what someone said. And I was like, what do you mean eye rape? Get the fuck out of here. Just because I have some colorful posters. Like, I try to do a good thing, and it gets described as, you're raping my eyeballs, John. Give me those eyeballs. I'm going to fuck them. I'm going to rape them both. That's what I'm doing. That was my intent, right? I want to rape your eyeballs. But no. But since then, I've decided, no, maybe I should just leave the LED signs out. And it works good for ambient lighting in my bedroom. So, for instance, this Byte here, I think I love the ambient lighting that gets cast over the desk and the toys here when I'm shooting in the bedroom. Yeah, I know he was joking. Obviously. But it's just, there must have been a kernel of truth to it where he was saying the background is a bit distracting, you know? So maybe I shouldn't overdo it. That's what I'm saying. Where did I get those signs? Just some, like, you know those Facebook posts you see for, like, products on sale? They were on sale. It was like buy one, get one free. And it's like 30, 40 bucks for two of them. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll get a couple of those. And then I got two, and then I got a couple more for some additional colors.
But I haven't found a source for it.
42,000 Microsoft points.
So a lot of exposition here, but, you know, the part of the purpose of this Byte is to inform people about COPPA and the situation with YouTube and the new guidelines, and to clarify things for people who might be under a misunderstanding about the whole thing. Like I said, the problem's not really, it's not COPPA alone. Like, COPPA has utility. It's important that that's understood, because kids need to be protected from data mining from big tech, big companies.
Look at John. He's a fucking man dabby, and he's like 70.
He's 31.
Sad.
I know what you mean. But you're proving my point. John owns toys. Therefore you infantilized him to make sense of the
So
fact.
what you're saying is that I should make my show for kids?
Is your show for kids?
It's for everybody's.
Are you gonna swear?
Obliviously.
Can see the N64 in the background because I actually prepped for finishing off the Majora's Mask stream. A long time ago, I started playing Majora's Mask, and I got about almost halfway through, but I didn't finish it. So, and people have been asking me to finish that gameplay playthrough, so I want to do that eventually.
Fucking friend you are.
I'm so sorry I don't have all the answers all the time.
You're supposed to be the smarty one, right? Or so you claim. Let me get this not day. You're telling me if I make any videos with me in them we're gonna got fined?
It's got nothing to do with me.
John, I'm looking up those signs, and those signs are like $70. Not when I got them. I got them. There was a deal. It was like get one free, and the one that you pay for is like, it wasn't 70. It was cheaper than that. I don't know what you're looking at, if it's the same site or not.
That's the whole fucking point of this. Are you even listening?
Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck, man? Why does everything suck so much fucking dick?
You can still make a show that makes money. If money's all you care about.
No shit, Captain Oblivious. What the fuck else would I cared about?
You just can't be in it.
Any show without me's kinda suck.
You can't be recognized as a toy at least. Your show can't be for kids. Or attractive to kids. Or considered by anyone as attractive to kids.
So as much as I'm nervous about COPPA, I like having this out there now. So it's where it's like I'm making a point. And if this video were to ever get removed or fined, it would make them look pretty stupid. You know what I mean? Like the FTC or YouTube. Again, making the point, like, where do you draw the line on what kids' content is?
This show's kinda suck a big fat fucking dick, isn't it?
Well, probably.
Is this where our super chats go? Yeah. They went into the posters too. Where do you think they came from?
Hello. Welcome. And come well. To the adult show. The show for adults only and not kids. Ever.
And all the equipment and the cameras and the lighting right now. The studio lighting.
I'm an adult grown up. As you can tell by my face hairs that only a fully grown up adults like me
Why
has.
would your helmet grow a
Shut the
mustache?
fuck up. Should I mean? Just shut up.
No, you should swear.
John, do you have a capture card when you stream Nintendo 64? Not a card, but an external card, basically. It's a Hopage HD rocket or something like that. PVR rocket.
Mr. Chief. And I'm gonna say lots of words just for adults like me. Like fuck and shit. And boner. This is extreme.
That's right. It's connected through USB. It's not... the high-end capture cards will have a PCIe connection through the motherboard. PCI Express.
Absolutely nothing.
Are you having...
So this is adult content, right? No colors, no music, nothing remotely entertaining. They're not toys because they have mustaches. This is what YouTube's going to turn into eventually. YouTube After Dark for adults only. Everything's black and white.
Thing ever. It's more worse than super cancer. Jesus fucking Christ.
What is it?
I can't does this.
What?
This. Touch it all. These fucking gay ass rules. It's fucking impossibly. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Are they fucking just JKing with this shit?
What program do you use for Microsoft and Microsoft Mike and Sam? I emulate Windows XP in a virtual machine, and the text-to-speech program in Windows XP is built into the operating system. It's part of Windows. It's a function of Windows.
Any hits?
No.
Refresh.
No shit. I just fucking did.
Well, do it again.
Yeah, I love the wind in the background as well. I thought that was funny. Wind sound effects, even though they're indoors. You see why I'm using it though, right? It makes it funny.
At last we can retire.
Now I can finally has all the bitches.
Shame we don't have champagne. Wonder if that one person liked it.
What the fuck is that?
John's phone. It's ringing.
Who is it?
Dono. Unknown number.
Should I answer it?
No.
Whenever you make an Arby and the Chief video, how long does it take to produce an episode, like editing wise? The screenplay is by far the hardest part of it, and that takes the longest. Editing, I don't know, it can really depend on what's required in terms of sound design and visual effects. The blood effects in this took me a while to figure out.
It's not COPPA compliant. We sincerely regret to inform you that we're gonna find...
And the length, of course. I mean, this was like 20 minutes long. It took me like a couple weeks to write the script for it. And then edit it, shooting it took like a day or two. About 2 solid days of like shooting, like nonstop. And then editing is like another 2 days nonstop.
Do what I say.
2 or 3. And that's for something of this length. The feature length episodes are a whole other thing. Takes way longer.
The FTC for $42,000 for violations of the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. He's
People were saying I was trying to be anti-Semitic with this character, but I wasn't. I was just trying to do like a funny Italian business, maybe Jewish. There's a bit of Jew accent in there as well, like stereotype Jew / Italian businessman, generic.
buy a
voice.
lot of cool stuff with it, like hard drugs.
So I've heard.
You tell your fucking friend Mr. Master Chief to send payment right away or he's going to jail forever. And, of course, to, have a nice day.
You too, Frank.
We good?
Not exactly.
Where the fuck are we gonna get $42,000?
Yes, it's we again now, is it?
Let's rob a guy.
You first.
What about John? He's a YouTuber. Tattoo.
Just a hint of Jew, a dash of Jew, a dash of Jewiness. Aren't the SJWs there's a weird anti-Semitic thing going on with them, though, isn't there? So if the SJWs do come down on me, it won't because of any supposed anti-Semitism, right? I won't mute the suicides.
Hey kids, don't go anywhere. The See Me After Class podcast will be back after these.
I just want to put that back a bit and talk about this. So, if you play this back and you look at the edging of this carefully, you can see that this is done with masking in Adobe Premiere. So, the mask, so basically there's an opacity mask. This blood effect is layered over top the podcast footage. And then there's an opacity mask drawn around on the blood layer in accordance with the outline of my head, whatever's supposed to be in the foreground, right? And so that's keyframed. And those keyframes are animated for every frame of this. So that took a while for me to figure out. I had to delete all my keyframes a few times over just because I was doing it the wrong way. And just had to do it over and over until I got it kind of. I mean, I think it looks okay at a glance, but if you were to closely examine it, you can see that the blood kind of jumps slightly over the edge of my head.
Hey kids, don't go anywhere. The See Me After Class podcast will be back after these paid targeted advertisements.
Nobody cares. It's a commentary. I'm supposed to talk about the production.
Video games are my life. They're also attracted to kids. Because of that, under YouTube's new rules, I've been fined for $42,000 for every video I've ever uploaded. I've made a lot of videos throughout my prosperous career, and now my career and life.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
This is Chip Gaiman signing out.
What is up, you?
Same thing again.
Butterball Leave It. I'm your host, Josh Butterballs. Contrary to rumor, I am not Chip Gaiman. We don't even sound the same, but there's one thing we do have in common. I've just been fined by the FTC for every...
You could have just green screened the podcast background. Yeah, then it wouldn't have been convincing. I wouldn't have fooled anybody because it would so obviously be different from the usual podcast format.
Mr. Chairman, a few questions. Do you think...
So this is all done in front of green screen, and then I choose a stock photo background, and then this me in the foreground is color adjusted depending on what the stock image in the background is used. So you can see, like, when this was originally shot, this was there's less blue in the colors, and it was like darker, and the contrast was lighter, so I had to like modify all those to match the color and the contrast of the foreground with the background to make it blend a bit better.
Have you heard about the recent mass suicides among YouTubers?
I don't watch the news. All I know is every decision I make is the right one. Besides, you gonna tell me having a few less YouTubers in the world is a bad thing? Come on. Frankly, you're not gonna convince me. Let me ask you something. All yous, and all your viewers, and really think hard about this. Is there anything you wouldn't do to protect your fucking kids?
Green screen's kind of shitty, but I don't mind that. I think it kind of lends to the comedy of it. Because I want it to be obvious to a degree. But, you know, if I can make the colors look a little more seamless, then I don't mind doing that. So there you go. Fuck me. I got this pressure buildup in my upper chest. I've talked about this already. Anyway, yeah. So that's that. Let's do. I'm gonna do the Streamlabs thing. See if there's any comments on Streamlabs that I missed, because I think there's at least one. Sorry guys, just looking for it. Brett Fullington says, I've been following you since Master Chief Sucks at Halo, and your content has gotten me through multiple hurdles in life. I only wish that I could repay you as much monetarily as you've paid me in laughs and entertainment. You're a talented son of a bitch. Thank you. Hey, thanks, man. I get that a lot, man. Like, your content helped me get through shit in life. That makes me really happy to hear that every time. Thank you, dude. What else we got? Oh, it's just that one for Streamlabs. Okay, good. Let's go back to YouTube over here. Where are we? Jack Turner says, "Oh my God, it's Xanthar. Give us back Todd and Travis." No, they're gone forever. Those characters suck dick. Thanks, Jack. Chase says, "What's your inspiration for Chief dialogue?" Duality of man. Really, it's like Arbiter and Chief are two halves of not only me, but I think everyone is on some level, you know? It's the id and the ego, or the super ego, however you want to look at it. But yeah, like when I write dialogue for Chief, it's not that I don't always disagree with Chief. That's the thing. Like there's aspects of Chief's personality where, like, he says something and I agree with him on some level, but he executes things in the wrong way, or he comes to the wrong conclusions on things, and he's too like emotional and like knee jerk. But I understand his responses to his emotional responses to things. But Arbiter is that necessary foil to rein it in. You know what I mean? So yeah, he represents a dualism in everybody, I think. And he's one half of something, of a thing where both sides are essential, you know. Oh shit, what am I doing? Thanks, Chase. Power Gaming U says, in case you did not know, I have PTSD. I don't think I knew that. Sorry to hear that, dude. Leaf Dodal says, Job, stop stealing my money with your irresistible charm. Can't help it. I'm just such a beautiful man. Let's see. I'm perfect. I'm flawless. I have no faults. There's nothing wrong with me. I have no problems. I have perfect mental health. I am brilliant. My intelligence is flawless. My speech is perfect. That's 9 things that are perfect about me. And even more. The fun doesn't stop there, kids. Thanks, Leaf. Thank you all. Oh, there's a $5 one from unknown and message retracted. That's too bad. But if you know who you are, you know who you are if you're still here, and if you are still here, thanks for that. Tobias Edwardson says something in some goofy non-English language. Her hardu mer. I'm gonna butcher this. Sorry, this is gonna sound so racist. Her hardu mer olje penger fra den norske stat. I'm gonna say it in a really goofy accent this time. Her hardur, like a goofy kind of Swedish. Her hardur mer olje penger fra den norske stat. Nonsensical comedic bounce to the whole thing. I hope that was sufficiently offensive. There you go. Thanks, Tobias. Christian Davis says, still working out, John, looking like a Chad recently. Not recently. I kind of been slacking off and I've been eating a shitload of ice cream. It's been pathetic. Just like I ate so much fucking ice cream over like a few days. Just embarrassing. I ate so much that I finished the tub in the freezer, and then my roommate went to go get ice cream and found that there was none there, and I had to go, yeah, I ate it all. Sorry. But then I went out and bought more. And then I ate more ice cream because I'm a fucking fat ass. Pathetic. But I'm getting back on the I'm getting away from that again now. You know, it comes in phases where like I'll pig out and then it's like, okay, enough now. I gotta start lifting again. I was on a roll there too. I was doing good. I have a real addictive personality. If there's like chocolate in the house, I'll just fucking devour it. Thanks, Christian. Bailey Masters says, but wait, we have more supers to smother you with. Oh, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Carson Clark says, love that. Also, hope chemo is going well. Because my hair is short. Isn't cancer hilarious? You guys. Thank you, Carson. Alex Keller says, Job, that was an absolutely brilliant episode. Oh, thank you. Been a huge fan since my teen years. Excellent work. But by the way, seriously, man, give my mom a break. She hasn't walked right for a while now. It's because of my giant cock. She can't take the dick. But at the same time, she can't get enough. No coffee left. Sad face. What else we got here? I think there's one more. Drum roll. This better be the best one. I think there's one more. Decimator Omega says, John, I hope that's not an actual sign with your characters killing themselves. We worry about you, bro. An actual sign? With your characters? What does that mean? Oh, with your, like, oh, you mean my podcast and Chip and Josh. The joke is that YouTubers are freaking out over the COPPA thing. And it's like hysteria taken to a ridiculous extent. You don't need to worry about me. I'm fine. I got my ups and my downs, but things aren't that bad. Things aren't nearly that bad. I think that does it for chats. Thank you all for those. Just going to scroll through the regular chats, see what you guys are talking about. Nobody cares, John. Why bald? Why bald? Bald. His hair can't handle it. Whatever that means. John Millimeter Peter Gray. Millimeter Peter. Did the video All Your Base or Belong to Us inspired their voices? I don't know what came first. Because I was aware of that video a really long time ago. In fact, yeah, because I started Arby and the Chief, I think, after I graduated high school. And it was while I was in grade school that I found out about Newgrounds and the All Your Base or Belong to Us remix. I guess maybe in some small way, but the main inspiration for the voices was just I knew about Microsoft Sam and Mike. I had toyed with them in the past, and I had the Chief figure there, and the Halo 3 beta had come out, and it was hilariously toxic. Not that I'm one of these safe space kind of people, but I was just like, it was undeniably toxic playing online, and I just thought it was hilarious, and I wanted to make fun of it, so. The Chad Chief versus the Virgin Arbiter. Yeah, I guess you could flip that around too in some ways. Duality of man, you guys. You should have parodied certain YouTubers. Yeah, I'm not really. I don't like making fun of people, like specific people, unless like they do something really stupid. And I want to call them out on it, like something that's just so obviously exploitative or, you know, morally objectionable. But, yeah, I don't know. I got my problems with a bunch of YouTubers, certainly, but the problems are so broad that I can't really pin them down to one YouTuber in particular. It's just in general, you know, so many YouTubers refuse to be themselves. They'll adopt a persona, and there's way too unnaturally high energy, and it just gets old. And so many YouTubers do that, though. It's not just one particular one. John, your content makes me happy. It's been helping me with my depression and anxiety. It's helping me right now. Hey, that's great. What else we got here? John, you are a perfect boy. B-O-I. Yeah, boy. Add me on Xbox so I can flex my friends. You don't want to add me on Xbox. I'm not on there often enough. And when I do, I don't join like parties and all that. Like I used to be into all that stuff when like back when Halo 2 came out on Xbox Live, but I'm not nearly as immersed in Xbox Live and like having Xbox Live friends and like partying up with people over the web. Like I don't really do that anymore. If I play with people on Xbox Live, it's like people I know personally and we're just connecting over the network. Like, yeah, I'm not really in that world anymore. But I have fond memories of it. Halo 2 was the shit, man. I used to love playing that on Xbox Live. Before that, it was Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I played so much of that shit. That was so fucking fun. But I'm an old bald man now. Video games are behind me. I'm moving on, guys. It's time to hit the old dusty trail. Go wherever the road takes me. What flavor ice cream? Vanilla is the most. It's a three-way mix. It was like vanilla and whatever the white one is. There's like a white one, a beige one, and then chocolate. It's vanilla and just regular generic flavor, whatever that is, I guess. I don't know. That Vaporwave N64 poster was cool, by the way. I know, that's one of my favorites. It's dope. Yo, John, I sent you an email and a tweet containing a link to an SMAC test I made. Yes, I got it, dude. I haven't gotten back around to responding to you. I don't think I responded to a bunch of emails today, and I've been doing some work for a client and getting the stream ready. And I thought I must. I guess I didn't. I thought I cleared my inbox today, but I guess I didn't get back to you. Sorry. But I got your thing, though. I'll look it over, and I might do it on the next one. Thanks for that, Nate. Hey, John, I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on Wes Anderson as a filmmaker / storyteller, etc.? I guess just in general, you know. I like Wes Anderson. He's cool. I haven't seen every one of his films, but all the films I've seen, I've enjoyed. Last one I saw was Grand Budapest Hotel. That was great. I haven't seen Isle of Dogs yet. I heard that was cool. I liked Moonrise Kingdom. Is that it? That was a good one. I think his shooting style isn't for everyone, but I really dig it. Like, all his movies are like 4:3. There's a lot of wide center shots. It's okay, though, because it gives it this kind of fairy tale quality to it. Like you're reading a storybook. Yeah, I like Wes. He's cool. What did you do with your hair clippings? Shoved them up my butt. No, I flushed them down the toilet. Sorry. I could fill a Ziploc bag and send it to you, I suppose. Wouldn't that be nice? Lucky you. A bag full of my hair. But it's secretly pubes. Whoops. Decimator Omega. Oh, is that where was that the last? Hold on. Let me just check the... Decimator Omega. Sorry. Let's do these in... Oh, that was the right order. Sorry. Decimator Omega says, John, I hope that's not an actual sign with your... Oh, no, we saw that one already. The next one. So it's like the Halo players losing their katana in Halo 3. I'll remember, John. Yeah, exactly. In fact, that's what I was thinking of when I was writing that same kind of thing. Just this mass hysteria taken to ridiculous lengths. But making a point at the same time, you know? Like, there's a reason YouTubers are worried. And it's just the rules are so vague. They need to be clearly defined. Thanks, Decimator. Sloppy Dinosaur says, job, we're trashed. When you stream, my friends and I get together to take shots whenever you massage your nostrils. Thank you for entertaining us. You're welcome, dude. It bugs me to, like... I know it shouldn't, but, like... When I think beyond this, the recording of this, and I think about people sitting in their rooms or their living rooms, like, maybe just by themselves or a few friends, and I visualize them watching me, it like fucks with my head where I start thinking like, oh, am I being funny enough? Am I being entertaining enough? And don't make me think about that. It just derails me. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. What am I saying? I'm just talking garbage. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's leave it at that. Thanks, Sloppy Dinosaur. Shout out to you and your friends. I hope you're enjoying it. Christian Davis says, did Toy Story inspire you with aspects of the show? Of course. What do you think? I grew up watching Toy Story. That was one of my favorite movies ever. And when the time came to make Arby and the Chief, it was just, I want to make an adult version of Toy Story. And it was even way back then, it was about intentionally blurring the line between kids' content and adult content. And I feel like I'm kind of in dangerous territory all of a sudden with these new guidelines now. Like, I feel like 10 years ago, I went swimming into water that I thought was like safe, and then I'm waiting out there for 10 years, and then all of a sudden you find out that it's shark infested, and you're just like, and you're like naked, and your balls are just hanging out, and they could be bitten off by a shark at any minute, and then you're just like, oh shit, and then there's like a temptation to like swim back to shore in a panic, but then it's like you're so far out from the shore, it's just like, oh, what's the point? I'll just fucking float out here, and if a shark eats me, it's gonna eat me. There's nothing I can do about it. What can I do at this point? What am I gonna do? Just take the show down? Like, I mean, if the show is gonna be taken down, I'll let YouTube or the FTC do it if that's what they're gonna do. But I mean, I don't think it's right. You know, they got to be more specific with their rules. That's what they got to do. Because if there was ever a case made against me, I think I can pretty convincingly make a case where my show is not for kids. There's plenty of examples to demonstrate, like, this isn't for kids, okay? The language, the blood, the subject matter, like, it's pretty raunchy, intentionally so, and, you know, I think there's very little confusion as to who it's directed to. Thanks, man. Kiro says, hi, John. Are you actually bald, or are you just wearing a wig? Yeah, I think you mean a bald cap. Also, I'm making a really cool SFM pic of Cat from Halo Reach taking 2 cocks in the butt. Want to see? Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. Good for you, though. Appreciate that, Kiro. Sloppy Dinosaur says, by the way, Kiro, you're a good artist. Have you thought about like not doing creepy porny stuff? Just made up a new word there, porny. Like, is all this stuff you draw like weird sexual stuff? Sloppy Dinosaur says, please do an RB Season 7 commentary soon. Much love. I'm going to do all my commentaries again. Like, because I've re-uploaded all, like the last time I did commentaries of my old stuff, that was before I re-uploaded all my content to my own channel. So I want to do all the commentaries from scratch, starting with Season 1, I guess. Yeah, because that was included in the... Yeah, so I'm going to do... One of these days, I'm going to start doing legacy commentary streams. So, like, one stream will be, like, all of Season 1 and 2, or, like, we'll see how far we get. And then I'll chop those up into separate episode commentaries. And then I'll put them up on Patreon for the supporters. Because that's one of the tiers, is commentaries. So, yeah, that's my plan for that. So, I'll go all the way up to Season 7. And 8. I got to finish off the ones for 8 as well. Thanks, Sloppy. Chase says, where's the In the City Arby and the Chief sub-series? In the City? You mean the Los Angeles one? Or is this a made-up spin-off alternative to Los Angeles? Los Angeles! Arby and the Chief in the City!
If you thought Arby and the Chief in John's house was wacky, wait till you see them in the city. The city. God, I hate that. The toys go to Manhattan. Arby and the Chief lost in New York. New York. Fucking New York. That's the Frank Chairman voice, if anything. It's just generic New York businessman. Fucking New York. Hey, yo, bada bing, bada boom. Where's my gabagool? My gabagool. Go over there for my gabagool. Come back here. Who's got my gabagool? You got my gabagool? Fucking starving for my gabagool over here. Completely inane. All right. Yeah, I don't know when Arby and the Chief in the City is coming out. 2030. The year 3000. Let's say that. Nate F says top 10 favorite movies, and don't say Twilight / Black Panther. Why the fuck would I say Twilight in my top 10 favorite movies? Not even close. Black Panther, that movie was okay, but top 10 favorite of all time? No, again, nowhere close. Top 10 movies ever? I'd have to think about that. That's a hard one. I'll do like a podcast segment. Like, I'll take some time thinking about my top 10 favorite movies, and then I'll dedicate a section of one of my podcasts in the future to, like, here's my top 10 favorite movies of all time, and then I'll start from number 10 and work my way up to number 1. That's a good idea. That scruffy guy says, will we ever go back to a more lighthearted game-to-game hijinks of the old days of Arby and the Chief, or is this new gritty style of storytelling here to stay? Well, what did you think that Byte was? I thought that was pretty lighthearted. That's the idea about the Bytes, is to get away from the plot. Like, I know what you're talking about in terms of the story, the season 8 storyline. Like, it's pretty grim, but I mean, the purpose of the Bytes is to be lighthearted, and the thing you're talking about. But I guess you don't feel that way. Is it just because, like, the game, like the Halo games, aren't incorporated that much? Like, if I come up with a funny idea that makes use of one of the Halo games, then maybe, but I just haven't felt a need creatively to go into one of the Halo games for the Bytes, you know? Like with the Christmas special, I don't think I'm going to do that either. And then the one after that, I don't know. I've got an idea for the one after, but I don't think I'm going to use the game in that one either. I don't know. That's the thing, is coming up with a funny idea to make use of it. I don't want to just use the Halo games for its own sake, or it's, you know, just like, if just because a game comes out that, like, you know, Fortnite, for example, people are like, make a Byte about Fortnite where Chief plays Fortnite, and I'm just like, yeah, there's no immediate, like, comedy aspect where it's just like, yeah, but what happens? Like, it's not enough where it's just Fortnite, there you go, do something with that. Like, I don't know. Like, the thing with COPPA is that I could immediately figure out, like, a comedic core to the whole thing, like a satirical message. But, you know, it's all about figuring out a funny idea. And, you know, if I can incorporate something like Fortnite into that, then yeah, I'll make a Fortnite episode. I got nothing against that. But then I guess I actually have to play Fortnite to get some ideas. Right? I haven't played it yet. I've seen plenty of gameplay. It looks like a mess. I'm not really interested in it, but I don't fucking know. I don't know. Okay, where do we leave off here? Where do we leave off here? Okay, 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 w
Alex Keller says, would you ever do more skits like the Resident Evil 2 professional review? It's one of my favorites. Yeah, I love doing that. I'm proud of that video. I think it's really funny. But I thought that would be a more long-term recurring thing. But once I finished that episode, I found that I wasn't really creatively driven to make another one. Like, I will be at some point if I have a funny idea, but I felt like I got all my jokes out with that Resident Evil 2 one. And then if I feel like it would just be like too much of the same humor if like I kept making more of them. That's why I really like the Bytes, because I can do anything I want with it basically. Like all I need is a funny idea, and I can build some kind of storyline within the Bytes framework. But with the professional reviews, I'm kind of locked into Chip Gaiman and his viewpoint, and it's just like a bunch of SJW jokes and, you know, making fun of that ideology that he is so rigidly cemented in, where you know, just overly politically correct, and like I don't want to tire out that joke. Like I felt like the Resident Evil 2 one was really funny. Let's just leave it at that for now. And I think it's just coming up with a unique angle on a certain game. I thought about doing one on Sekiro when it came out, because there was that whole easy mode buzz. Like, should the game have an easy mode or whatever? And, you know, these articles coming out where it's like, I cheated in Sekiro and I don't feel the least bit bad about it. And it's like, you know, good for you, but you essentially cheated yourself out of like an experience where you can, you know, if you worked at it, maybe you would build the skills to actually get through it without having to cheat or whatever. I'm sure there's divisive opinions on this. I don't want to alienate anybody, but you know what I mean? Like, not that there was any particular comedic angle with Resident Evil 2. I just really liked Resident Evil 2, and I wanted to like deliberately shit on it through this like flawed character, and it was meant to point out the flaws in gaming journalism at the time, and it's still a problem. But yeah, if I feel creatively inspired to do another professional review, then yeah, I'll do that. But the bite, I gravitate more towards doing new Bytes, just because I feel I can do a lot more with that in that framework than the professional reviews framework. Anyway, God, did I even make any fucking sense there? Felt like, you know, you just stop sometimes, and then you realize like just the diarrhea just fucking flying out of your mouth, and you question whether or not it's even coherent. I feel like I just rambled incoherently. You guys get what I'm saying, I hope. Anyway, where did we leave off? Thank you, Alex. $50. Oh my Jesus God. JLC says, John, I've been a huge fan since your Machinima days. You've inspired me since to pursue my passion for creative storytelling and professional video producing. I just want to say thank you and keep doing what makes you happy. Jean-Luc Koleok. Thanks so much, man. Olias. Thank you. Yeah, I get that a lot. Quite a few people have messaged me saying they've helped me, like, I have helped them get careers in film or theater or video production or something like that, in the entertainment industry in some way, and they're in that industry as a result of watching my stuff, and that's really cool. You know, to know that you're directly influencing that many people worldwide, like all over, not necessarily a tremendous amount of people, but just people all over the world, individuals all over the world who you significantly impacted their lives in a positive way. Like that's why I feel lucky. Like if I was going to die today or tomorrow, I would die relatively happy, because I know that already I've made a positive influence with my stupid fucking videos. you know? It gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Thank you so much, JLC. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I hope you stay tuned. There's plenty more to come. Brandon Vancour says, "Hey, John, any update on Polyfrost?" I talked about that already. It might manifest itself as a game one day. The script that I wrote, I've kind of lost faith in. I got to at least rewrite the whole thing from scratch. But yeah. Thank you, Brandon. And I think we're all caught up. I think. Yeah. Okay, so my intention wasn't to go on for too long tonight because this isn't really a full-length podcast. This was just supposed to be about the Byte, you know. Chat with you guys for a bit, do the premiere, do a commentary. We did that. I'm all caught up on chats now, so I think we'll call it a night. And another night we'll do a podcast, and then after that we'll do commentaries on the old episodes of the show, starting with season 1. Because what that'll let me do as well, doing commentary starting from season 1, is to check all the uploads. You know, because I've kind of skimmed over what they all look like, and I think they're all of reasonable quality. But there might be a few out of all the the re-uploads. There might be a few where the interlacing is a particular problem, or maybe the audio quality really sucks and it could be improved. And I think some of the ones with interlacing, if as we're doing the commentaries, we can identify the ones with interlacing, and then I can maybe run those through Handbrake. And it's like a Windows application where you can kind of compress and improve the quality of videos, and then I can run that through like a deinterlacing process and re-upload it. So yeah, we'll do that soon. And then sometime after that, I'll finish off Majora's Mask, assuming people are still interested in that. I would like to finish that off. I had a lot of fun doing that. Takes a while to get through the game, though. You know, it's not even a all the masks run. It's just like finishing the game, getting the 4 giants. John, please sing. I don't want to sing. I can't do it with you guys watching. It's embarrassing. Jeez. Stay on for another 2 hours? No. No. If you leave, I'll kick your fucking ass. How dare you? Chris Mayan says, tell us about the duality of man, please. Chapter 1. Chapter 1. The duality of man. Volume 1. Genesis. One day I'll tell you all about the duality of man. You just need to watch my show from beginning to end, because every single shot in my show is about the duality of man. If you really think about it, if you really analyze my show closely, because you have to have a really high IQ to understand Arby and the Chief. If you think you have a high enough IQ, you actually don't. Actually, you're not smart enough for my show. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. She shipped it in green and none went by. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Sing now or else. Brandon Vancour says, stream more often. Well, I have been. I did podcasts last month and then the beginning of this month, and then I just did this, and then we're going to do another podcast soon before the holidays. Maybe I'll squeeze in a gameplay stream of Majora's Mask before the holidays. And then I'm going to go out of town for the holidays, but I'm going to be bringing my equipment with me. And I'm going to get some editing done over the holidays. And I'm going to get you guys a short for Christmas Day. I want to get it done for then. Get it done by then. And then I'll air it on Christmas Eve. I think I'll release it. So yeah, there you go. It's past your bedtime, young man. I'm taking away the TV. No. John, you can't leave. You have like 200 views. I know, but I have to. It's time. I'm smart enough to know I'm stupid. You're not stupid, but you're not smart enough to get Arby and the Chief because it requires such a high IQ. My brain is like this, and your guys' brain is like this. That's just the way it is. Alex Keller says, give us a long, drawn-out explanation about something pointless while wagging your head, preferably in your LA accent. Hey, I'm in Los Angeles. The place of movie magic where all the cool people are, like me. I live in Los Angeles. You don't even really need to say anything if you live in LA. All you need to do is just waggle your head left to right. That's how you know. Like, oh, that guy, he's from Los Angeles. I noticed because of the way he waggled his head around. Like it's about to pop off his shoulders any second. Los Angeles. Oh, boy. Glad to see you streaming more often, my man. Hope it helps your channel pick up more steam. I hope so, too. I think I've been doing pretty well with, like, the podcasts and the clips. People used to shit on me for it, but I think people are warming up to my podcast, finally. After about half a year or so. Like, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, when I was doing my podcast, whenever I'd upload, I'd always feel like shit. Because, like, people would leave comments like, where's Arby and the Chief, fag? We don't want to watch your dumb gay podcast. Nobody cares about your dumb podcast, listening to your dumbass talk for hours and hours. We just want Arby and the Chief, that's it. But now it's like people are much more receptive to my podcast and my clips and stuff. The clips used to piss people off, too. I was just like, well, not everyone has the patience to sit through all 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 hours of the whole thing. So, like, I'll clip the highlights out, and then I'll just share those as individual videos. And those are just nice. Like, if people don't want to watch the whole thing, they can just throw on one of those clips while they're having lunch or something. And, you know, it's just like 10, 15, 20 minutes. And, you know, I think that's a good thing. But people will whine. They'll be like, oh, your channel's so cluttered now. It's such a mess. What's going on? All these clips, I can't navigate. Like, even though everything's clearly fucking sorted into playlists and I make my channel as presentable and organized as possible, doesn't matter. Just because there's a high volume of videos, my channel's a mess. Even though all the big YouTubers are uploading so frequently, way more frequently than I am. PewDiePie makes videos on a daily basis, for Christ's sake. But it's okay for him to do it. And that's what he does, the same thing. His videos are essentially clips of his live streams, right? He goes live for a few hours, and then he hands that footage off to his editor, and that gets cut up into separate videos. Like, I'm doing the same thing. Oh, but it's lame when I do it. It's so lame. Whatever. Fuck. Brent Music says, sup job, I was really depressed and emailed you one time when I was 13 and you sent me a really nice response and it made my whole week. I remember being super excited when I saw you replied. You're a cool dude, job. Hey, you're welcome, Brent, and thank you. Yeah, I'll make the time to respond to emails now. I used to not respond to all my emails, but that was because I was getting such a high volume. Like I would be getting a flood of emails, but now it's like they just trickle in. I still get a bunch of emails, but they trickle in every now and then to a small enough degree that I can put aside some time eventually to get back to all of them. So like this morning, for instance, I replied to a whole bunch of emails. And so, yeah, if you send me a thoughtful email, I'll probably respond to it. I make the time. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Brent. I'm happy to please. Chase says, I had a shake and I can't stop farting. Fart for us. When I was recording dialogue for this Bytes episode, Josh's voiceover, I farted really loud, and it was actually picked up in the raw audio. I think I deleted it, though. Oh, no, I didn't, but I don't want to play it because it's too embarrassing. It was really gross. But yes, I did fart. I admit it. I farted. Disgusting. Pirate song, please? What pirate song? John, sing the pirate song while you shake violently yo head. What Chief's pirate song? The pirate's life is the life for me. John, where's episode 15? Fuck this podcast. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Just upload the videos, dude. It's your videos, dude. Them, fuck them, dude. Fuck them. Yeah. It's my channel. I'll do whatever I want. God damn it. I do want to try and get, like I want to do more podcasts, and I want to get you guys at least one Bytes episode every month if I can. But if not, for instance, last month I wanted to get the COPPA one done for November, but I couldn't. I needed more time. But every 1 or 2 months I want to get you guys a new Byte, and that's in between like the full length episodes. So episode 15 is still coming. The Bytes are really good for me because, like, even though it's a lot of extra production effort to to invest time in, it's good to like take my mind off the main storyline and just focus on a Bytes episode on its own and get some like comedic energy out of my system, and then to come back to the main storyline with fresh eyes, and then like I can kind of see things I didn't see before because of like tunnel vision and whatever. So yeah, it's good for me to do that. We love to fuck with you, John. You're a good sport. I know. I do take a lot of shit on this podcast, but I know you guys are joking. And I'd say, considering all the support and the super chats, I guess it's okay. I can take some shit if you guys are going to help me out that way. But even if you didn't, you can still shit on me if you want. Just take it easy on me, Don't go too hard. Like, I'm getting emails now for like more, or like some comments for like ideas for more bingo cards like we did on the last podcast, and it's just like, oh my god. What are these ones going to say? Because it makes me cringe, like reading and finding out that people are like, they're finding all my insecurities and my tendencies and, the things I keep doing over and over, sometimes unconsciously. And then I kind of squirm in my chair reading them. I'm just like, oh, I do that. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I hate myself. I don't hate myself as much as I used to. I've cut so much material of me on camera now that I've just gotten used to it. watching myself on camera kind of helps me with that too, you know, stopping my tics and like, you know what I mean? Like you watch yourself on film so often. It's just like, oh yeah, I keep doing that, or I keep saying that, or whatever. Whenever this happens, I always do this. Like, if it's lame, I'll try to stop doing it, and that helps me identify what those things are. John, are you a cringe normie? I don't think I'm a normie. I mean, no, I don't consider myself a normie. I think someone who's a normie doesn't know what the meme war is. Stuff like that. That whole, like, meme culture. I think if you at least have a remote understanding of that culture and how it's primarily satirical, you know. Like, if you look at that stuff and you're just like, oh, that's racist. What is the world coming to? Oh, this offensive humor. Like, oh, I can't take it. This shouldn't be allowed. Like, those are normies to me. I don't think I'm a normie. That's exactly what a cringe normie would say. Oh, there you go. I guess I am a normie after all. What do you know? I've been lurking 4chan since 2007, okay? I think that makes me automatically not a normie. I cream when you stream, John. That's flattering. Put some in a cup and send it to me. I'll drink it on stream. Like that vegan guy. What kind of content creator am I if I won't at the very least drink my fans' semen? Take a big old gulp. Disgusting. Fuck off. He's giving each comment he speaks on effort to acknowledge his viewers. If you don't read this comment, I'll kill myself and my blood will be on your hands. Oh, that's not fair. That bugs me, I have to say, when I get emails from people who are like threatening their own suicide and they imply that I'm their last point of communication before they off themselves. That's a lot of unfair pressure. Whenever I get an email like that, I'm just like, come on, man. Like, I don't want to shit on the guy because it's like, dude, you're obviously in a tough spot if you're like feeling this way, but like, this isn't the way to deal with it. I'm not a qualified professional. You should go to someone who can help you. Like, I don't think I can help you, or at least I'm not qualified to help you. I don't like those emails. And I got a few in relatively quick succession, too, a while ago. And I was just like, fuck, again with this? Like, come on. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. But, you know, they had my sympathy, that's for sure. I mean, I don't wish those feelings on anybody. And I know those feelings. I went through a major depressive episode that lasted for years, but I'm a lot better now. I'm not nearly as bad as I used to be. Anyway. Retrend. Oh no, I almost missed a super chat. Phew. Almost got flayed alive there in the chat. John, look. Oh my God, you missed one. Pitchforks and torches, get them. Chase says, oh no, I saw that one about farting. Can't stop farting. He's still farting, probably. Chris Mayan says, no rush on Season 8. It's my childhood. I'd like to hold on. Oh, don't say that. If you encourage me to take more time on the fucking thing, then that'll just make more people mad. But, you know, I think people appreciate the quality. And, you know, they take a while, but I think the quality is worth it. and it'll withstand the test of time, you know. It's not just disposable content that you enjoy once and you throw it away forever. Like, I have a bunch of fans who they like ritualistically watch the whole show like once a year, and I think that's awesome. Just because like it was created with that kind of replay value in mind, you know. It's not just disposable content that's irrelevant after the first view. That's pretty wrong. Oh yeah, people piling their suicide threats on me. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. It's lame. Seriously, I feel suicidal on a regular basis, lol. Wouldn't dream of burdening my boy Job with that. I'm sorry to hear that, Daisy. I went through the same shit, though. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm, you know, I don't like those people. My sympathies are with them, but it's not fair, you know? Because I'm left sitting there going, oh, well, maybe that guy just offed himself and I'm not even aware of it yet, or maybe he's going to do that tomorrow. And it's just that pressure of like, oh, I got to respond to this email, or I might have played a role in this guy killing himself. And I wouldn't do that to anybody, and nobody should do it to me. But, you know, what do you do with these people? They're in desperate need of help, but they're going about it the wrong way. But in that moment, you might be their only salvation. So, like, I'll always try to say something positive. But I'll start it with, like, dude, this isn't the way to go about this, but I'll try to help you as best I can. And I always, every time I got an email like that, I would send a response like that saying, like, I don't think this is cool, but I don't want to make you feel bad, and here's what I think you should do. And yada, yada, yada. Go find somebody who's qualified, or I'll read their personal story and figure out what they're going through and see if I can help in some way. And because, you know, I understand the mentality. Like, I've talked about this in my podcast a long time ago, but I used to have episodes of depression that were so intense that I would lie in my chair like this for hours with my face smushed against my chair. Like that. I was like that for like 2 hours. And I was just so miserable that I couldn't find the energy to even move my limbs. And it sounds so like immature and self-indulgent, you know, when you share a story like that. It's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why don't you just get up from your chair, you pussy, do something with your life? And, you know, there's some truth to that. But in that moment, I distinctly remember I could not find the energy or the motivation to pull myself out of the chair. I was so just sad. But that hasn't happened to me in a long time. Like, I'm over that. But when it happens to other people, like, I get it. I sympathize. Anyway. Yeah. You know. The life fucking sucks, man. That's not news to me, I know. And but I'm in a pretty good spot right now. And I'm doing pretty good. Retrend says 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a meme war. Post dank Pepe. Yeah, I think I have a lot of friends I know locally who don't understand the whole, like, they don't really understand 4chan or 8chan or the difference between the two. They don't understand Kekistan. They don't understand Pepe. They don't get the meme war. They don't get the, like, you know, like all the super offensive jokes and stuff. Like, they see that as just like fundamentally like racist and hateful, when it's just, a lot of it's just trolling. There is some of that, like genuine racism and hatred, but like a lot of it's just bored kids at home on their computers. You know, that's why season 8 starts out the way it does, by the way. You know how Pal at the very beginning of the 2001 arc is normal, but then he's so bored that it corrupts his system. and then he turns into a shit poster, essentially. That's what that is meant to symbolize. Like, it's meant to communicate the role that boredom plays in a lot of online trolling and hateful posting. Just trying to get people riled up, you know. Yeah, there is an 8chan. It's basically an unmoderated 4chan. And so you get a lot of really off-color, shall we say, threads. And some hate groups get together on there. And occasionally they'll coordinate attacks on there, but the stupid ones do that because even though 8chan isn't moderated, it's still indexed by the search engines, you know, so people can still find it easily. I think the smart ones, if they want to coordinate attacks, they go on the dark web. Jojo says, "Hi John, if season 8 is the last season of Arby and the Chief, would you consider continue doing Bytes?" Oh, totally. Yeah, if season 8's finished, like, I don't see myself getting... I mean, assuming YouTube or the FTC doesn't put the kibosh on my show, then I'm quite happy to keep doing Bytes because I'll always have funny ideas. And I like writing for those characters, you know? It's fun. And there's always stuff in the video game industry to make fun of, so... Also, what would Chief think of the Destiny games? I think he would worship them kind of blindly just because Bungie made them. But I don't know what he would think of the gameplay specifically. I think he would just assume that he's playing as Master Chief when he plays Destiny, and he would refuse to believe otherwise. And then by that alone, therefore, it's an awesome game. 8chan was moderated? Well, I don't think so. I mean, if it was, it's very little moderation. John, they're using boomer memes to influence elections around the world. Everyone's a boomer. Including me, apparently. How can I be a boomer and a 90s kid? Figure that one out. Jojo97 says, "Hey, wait a minute, I'm Jojo." Oh, is there another Jojo? Oh, yeah. Hey, there can't be... This town ain't big enough for the both of us. You guys got to fight to the death now. There's no way around it. The dude who founded 8chan tried to burn it down. Or like, yeah, not literally, but... Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I saw video footage of him. 8chan was moderated by a strange paraplegic. Yeah, so it wasn't even like they don't have a staff of moderators. If it's moderated at all, it's by one guy who I think is the owner and operator of 8chan. So skipped my super chat. No, I didn't. I see it. Well, I kind of did, but thanks, Retrend. Brandon Vancour. See, I'm getting to it. Despite how much Machinima sucked, did their constant deadline pressure give you a harder work ethic? Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say beyond that, like, it burned me out. Like, I didn't want to... I mean, somehow I kept up that energy, but I had no fucking life. I remember, like, as soon as a video was done, it was like, okay, I got to start writing today. Like, it was impossible. Like, I would take a break every now and then, like, when I stopped halfway through season 7 and stuff. I would take occasional production breaks, but most of the time in between episodes, I had zero time off. Like, my day off was the day that an episode would come out, and then it wasn't even really a day off because I would start brainstorming for the next episode that day. And so, like, that, in a way, I treated that as my time off, where I would just go to a coffee shop and then I would just brainstorm for a few hours. Like, that was my leisure time, you know? And then, you know, as the days went on, like the next day, it would be like, okay, I got to finalize the script today or tomorrow. And sometimes, like, I would get to day 3, and then it's just like, the script's still not done. I'm going to have to push this to day 4, but then I'm running out of production time, and then I would get really fucking stressed out. So there was this constant, like, it's like one day of, like, coming up for air, and then it's like submerged the rest of the days of the week where I'm just like starting to get stressed out, afraid of not making my deadline, and sometimes I wouldn't, and I would miss it, and I would feel like shit, and it wasn't ideal. It wasn't maintainable. Like, somehow I managed to get episodes out on a weekly basis, but it was really hard on me, and I basically had no time to do anything else, and it was, I don't want to do that again. It was too hard on me. But yeah, it certainly gave me a hard work ethic. I mean, it forced me to, like, think harder, I guess, and faster, and, you know. Yeah, I'm glad that's over. I mean, I still work hard on my videos, but I take my time with them now, and I make them as good as I can. There's a lot of times working for Machinima where I'd put a video out and I would be, like, unsatisfied with the state of it. And it's just like, oh, I wish I had more time to, like, work it out a bit more. But no. Making online content on, like, a weekly basis, it's just like feeding a starving baby, right? It's like you get that one video out and it's like, okay, got to get straight to work on the next one. Anyway. Thank you, Brandon. Oh, man, I got to pee, but there's more chat. Okay, I got to take a pee break, you guys. I'll come back and I'll get through the rest of these chats. I was going to call it a night, but just the support just keeps coming. Thank you, you guys, but I got to take a quick break and go pee. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Bye.
Hey, yo, how you doing? Hey, yo. One of you guys got my gabagool? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for so long and all the support. Where were we? Thanks for waiting. What else we got here? Leaf Dodal says, "Hey, Job, plan on doing any game streams soon?" Majora's Mask. This really awesome guy, one of my fans, he emailed me and he offered to gift me Master Chief Collection on Steam, which I don't have yet. And so if he does, I think that would be cool to like stream Master Chief Collection on PC and then have a look at Reach and then play around with Reach and figure out like, because a bunch of people are curious about like what, like, you know, the people are wondering like, how is he going to go forward with filming Arby and the Chief? Is he going to use Reach on PC? Is he going to stick with the Xbox version? I'm probably going to stick with the Xbox version to answer that. But I am curious about how the Reach version works in terms of like theater mode and generating gameplay films and manipulating avatars and props and what new vehicles and props there are available to spawn. And I think like, I don't know if there's like still a Forge budget, but maybe it's just like the cap is way higher or there's no budget altogether. There's a bunch of stuff where like I'm curious how it works. So it would be cool to like go through that on like a stream. And then people can like, people who know more about it can like talk to me about what's possible and what isn't. And you got to edit the game files to go into Forge mode currently. What the fuck? Really? That seems stupid. Edit the game files. Why don't they just fucking make it a menu option? I guess because they're supposed it wasn't officially part of the game. It was just it's kind of locked away until they finalize it. But then I guess users found a way to hack into it. That seems stupid. But whatever, that's an idea. So Majora's Mask and Master Chief Collection, maybe. Those are games that I want to stream soon. So yeah, thanks, Leaf. Hi, John. If Season 8 is the last season of Arby and the Chief, would you... Oh, I read that one already. Thank you, man. Oh, yeah, and the other JoJo. Did you guys fight to the death yet? Declan Smith, a.k.a. Mr. Wonderpants. Thanks a lot, man. Great name. Alex Britton. I do prefer Mr. Wonderpants. Alex Britton says, "Read this loudly 2 times, please." The pirate's life is the life's for me. Lol, 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 and a bottle of win. I can't do it in Chief's voice, obviously. The pirate's life is the life's for me. Lol, 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 and a bottle of win. A bottle of win. There's an exclamation mark at the end there. So that is the pirate song. Okay, I was confused. Jojo says the first Jojo 1 or Jojo number 1. Jojo and then Jojo 97. So this is Jojo. He says, "John, please review sour cream and onion Pringles." Okay, thanks. No, I don't think. I think the world can do without my sour cream and onion Pringles review, to be quite honest. I'll let more experienced individuals do that. I got my thing. Those food reviewers got their thing. They can do that. The fuck do I know about food anyway? Unless it's ice cream with lots of chocolate on it. No Forge for Reach. There's no Forge there yet. Yeah, but apparently people are saying that you can access it through manipulating the game files. I'm guessing it's rewriting some text in one of the INI files, and then that somehow gets you access to it. Something like that. Do they even have plans to implement it? What about theater mode? Is there theater mode but no forge mode yet? 'Cause if there's no forge that I can make use of, then I definitely can't use it for like filming. Not that I think I would anyway. I think I'm just going to stick with the Xbox version to be safe. I heard that it's impossible now to have avatars in Reach where they don't have an emblem. Like the emblem, it always defaults. It's either something or you can't have nothing there. It has to be at the very least like a smiley face default avatar or emblem on your armor. In Reach, you could get rid of it altogether, though. In the Xbox 360 version, I mean, so. Brandon Vancour says, used my neat bucks to gift you the collection. Enjoy. Oh, fuck, I hope. God damn it, I gotta tell that other guy to, like, not do it now. I don't want somebody to gift it to me twice. Damn it, I said that guy was gonna do it, and now someone else just did it. I wonder if, like... So does that mean you've been charged already? And if that guy does it, he's been charged, and I don't know if he can get a refund or something. I'm really great. I don't want to sound ungrateful. I'm really grateful. I just don't want people to be charged unnecessarily. But I see that you've already gifted it to me over Steam. Thank you for that. That's really nice of you. I'll get a kick out of that. Like that's something I'll actually get into and play. And I'll stream that one of these days. I don't know about, I mean, Reach at the very least, but I don't know about the other games. I don't know if people are interested in watching me play those. But I'll do Reach, though. But thank you for that, Brandon. After this, I better shoot that other guy an email. Tell him thank you, but no, his money would be wasted at this point. I hope he doesn't go ahead and do it. Thank you, Brandon. Forge is unlockable. Yeah, so probably through the unofficial method, right? Christian Davis says, going to bed now. Bye-bye, Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean's as bald as a fucking 8-ball. I'm not that bald. Thank you, Christian. Bye-bye. Sweet dreams. Don't let the bed bugs fuck your ass. That wasn't funny. That was cringe. That was cringe. That was not based. Theater is also in the works. Okay. So theater mode isn't even officially in Reach yet. That sucks. Why would they fucking put a delay on that? That's weird. I guess they kept people waiting long enough, I suppose. You can't gift someone something they already have on Steam. Oh, okay. Well, that's a relief. Although that guy might be disappointed now, because he was probably hoping to give it to me. Now I gotta say no. Whatever. I'm grateful to both you guys. Dylan says, thank you, John, for making my night a little better. I was sad my lady friend never got back to me to come over, but I am thankful for the stream. Hey, you're welcome, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sorry to hear about your lady. Little lady friend there. Who needs whamming anyway? Relationships are just pain and suffering. Why bother? Just marry yourself like Emma Watson. Hashtag self-partnered. I'm just kidding. Whamming are great. I love whamming. Whamming. Will someone finally tell John that EFAP isn't a furry podcast? People keep telling him to check it out, but he still thinks it's a furry thing. I put an exclamation to show how Circe this is. Cersely. Look, maybe it's not a furry themed podcast, but if I recall correctly, if I went to that website and then like all the avatars of like the featured people on the podcast have like furry avatars. So what am I supposed to think? And maybe it's not furry in the sense that they're all fucking each other. But I don't. When people have like animal avatars with like their profile icon is like them as a dog or whatever, and it's always like a ripped dog too, or like an animal or whatever. He's like fucking shredded, like a Chad animal, and like furry, and he's always got like some smirk, like that. That's every fucking social media profile icon is like, or just like one eyebrow raised, looking up to the ceiling thoughtfully, like tilting their fedora or something. That's so lame. I should get an avatar like that just for a laugh. No, that's too cringe. That's not based. That's cringe. No one would get it. They'd all just think I turned furry. You know, I've kind of learned a bit more about the EFAP thing when someone sent a tweet and they added me in the tweet and they were like, "Hey EFAP, this JCJ Graham dude thinks your podcast is about furries." And I was just like, "Oh shit, did I make a mistake? I did an oopsie." And who gives a shit what I think anyway? Whatever. If I think it's a furry podcast, who gives a shit what I think? I mean, what am I supposed to think with the fucking acronym EFAP anyway? EFAP, I don't know what it stands for, but it makes me think of electronic jerking off. In combination with the fact that the main cast on the homepage is like furry avatars. I'm not shitting on these people, by the way. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure the podcast is fine. I'm sure their audience likes them, but I don't know. It's just... Why is it a shock for me to come to that conclusion? I don't get it. Whatever. Whammon. 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 I hope you guys respect whammon. Did you respect whammon today? John, you should make the show like how Trey and Matt from South Park do and give yourself a 5-day deadline. Yeah, except no, because I'm one guy. South Park Studios is more than just Trey and Matt. They handle the writing, yeah, but then they hand it off to like a team of animators and editors. They've got a lot of help. I got to do every one of my videos by myself from scratch. It's a bit different. But I don't have to animate the whole thing. But I do have to... it's a lot of shots. I mean, it is live action. It's a little easier than animating things frame by frame. But it's still a lot of work. The editing is a lot of work. Job, why share the whammon? We want some too. No. All the whammon are mine. You can't have any. Rags is going to beat you up. Whatever. Yeah, I'll be waiting. Come on down. We'll fucking Marquis of Queensberry rules. Play an old game of fisticuffs. Every frame a pause. Right, yeah, that's what it stands for. But EFAP at first glance is like, that looks like electronic jerking off. Electronic fapping. Every furry a penis. That's a good one. It's a bunch of 4chaners who make fun of everything. Oh, okay. I meant to make that tweet to you and Mahler as a joke about EFAP. My bad, lol. Looks like you are staying for 2 hours. No, I gotta go. I've been here way too long. This wasn't supposed to be this long. I was supposed to watch a sci-fi movie with my roommate. I don't know what yet. We're thinking maybe Silent Running, but I'm not sure yet. It's a sci-fi movie made in the 70s. I've always been meaning to watch. I want to do that before it gets too late. Job, what would you do if you wound up like Mumkey Jones and ended up leaking a sex tape with a furry pedophile? Is that what happened to him? Fucking hell. I heard he got axed off of YouTube one day for making like dark jokes. But I didn't know about the sex tape and the furry pedophile shit. Is that accurate? It's crazy. Everyone fucking animals proudly. Checks channels. The Act Man. I know the Act Man, yeah. Late Night Gaming. Hidden Xperia. I've heard of that. The Vengeful Vadam. Yeah, I know that one. Jeffet Meza. General Kid. Yeah, I've heard of that. Game Cheat 13. That sounds familiar. Favin, Life of Boris. Implement. I don't think I've heard of those. Some have came on to EFAP. They came on to EFAP, did they? What a surprise. They came all over it. Go watch your gay movie. Don't let us fag lords keep you. Thank you. This is fun, though. I had fun tonight. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the bite and everything. And yeah, I like doing these. I like premiering my videos for you guys. So yeah, the premiere, the new bite will go up on Patreon as an early release thing, and then I'll release it publicly next week. And then I want to get another bite this month to you guys for Christmas Eve. It won't be as long. It probably won't be as long as this one. This COPPA bite was like twice as long as initially intended. It's supposed to be like 10 minutes. Ended up being 20. But yeah, I'm gonna make a Christmas one, and it'll probably be closer to 10. But you know, just a little fun thing for Christmas. You made my night better since I got off work. You're welcome, dude. Mumkey Jones was making fun of a mass shooter, and YouTube can't tell the difference between parody and encouragement. Oh yeah, yeah. I heard he made fun of something. I only know about Mumkey Jones because I heard Tim Pool mention him. I haven't seen whatever he actually made. Bruh, I missed the bite. Well, DVR is on. You can just rewind the stream. But I'm gonna make this stream for Patreon backers, and I'm gonna make the bite itself an early release thing. But the episode will be released publicly next week for everyone. So if you're not on Patreon, you can just wait until next week, and I'll put it up for everybody. Or if you tuned into this live, I made it public so everybody can watch it. But you have to show up when I record, though. Otherwise, you gotta wait. He made fun of Elliot Rodger, and YouTube axed him. Well, Elliot Rodger should have been made fun of. Whatever. Yeah, that guy was fucked up. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I got to get off now. I got to go do some other things. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it. Go to my website. Go to my channel. Subscribe to all my fucking links. Do all the bullshit. Hit the bell. All that nonsense. Do that. I'll put the bite on Patreon after either tonight or tomorrow. I'll do it really soon. But yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. There's a tremendous amount of support today. I'm kind of blown away. So thank you for that. Guess you guys really enjoyed that bite. So I'm happy to please, and I'll have more bites for you soon, and episode 15 eventually. Yeah. More content coming soon. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night.